All righty, good morning, everybody. We will get started in just a moment. Get my music pulled up here. Again, if you guys have any questions or comments or anything, so don't do it during class. I can't see it, but if at the very end, if there was anything that you wanted to add in, I can check it really quick before we log off. Okay, so like if you can hear the music, if you like the music, don't like the music, if there's any poses or suggestions or anything you guys want, just let me know. Anyway, we will get started on our back. So again, this is our power yoga 25-minute class, core focused. So we will get right into it. Let's go ahead and just get started on your backs. Okay, we can bring the feet a little bit wider, knees together, resting one hand on the stomach, one hand rest on the chest. And taking that big breath in through the nose, feeling that belly rise, the chest rise, and open the mouth and sigh out that breath. Again, big breath in. Open the mouth, sigh it out. One more time. Big breath in. And sigh it out. And then we'll close down the mouth. We'll take that big breath in through the nose. We'll still make that sighing sound as we breathe out through the nose. So a little bit more forceful on that exhale. We'll engage through the core, those abs, as we breathe out. Keep the abs tight. Taking that big breath in, so really big expansion through those lungs. And exhale it out. A little bit tighter core this whole time. Nice strong inhales and exhales. Holding that breath in. Pushing that breath out. Now we'll start to hug those knees into the chest. Just give it a gentle rock from side to side. And then we'll stack those knees right over those hips. We're going to reach those fingertips up towards the ceiling. Palms are facing each other. So big thing here is we want to keep this low back completely flat on the mat as we move through this, through these dead bugs. So as the right leg lowers down, okay, so we're going to hover that heel 2 inches above the ground. We're going to reach that left arm up over our head. So thing is with this, if your heel is right above the ground and your low back is really starting to lift, come up a little bit higher and glue that low back down. Okay, bring it back to center, and then we'll switch sides. So left leg, right arm, and center, and switch. Center, and switch. Back to center. Here we go. For 10, center, 9, back to center, 8, center, 6, center, 5, back to center, 4, center, 3, center, 2, center, and 1, center. I skipped a number. Even it out. Here we go. Back to center. Hug it in, just gently rocking from side to side. Gonna go ahead and lower those feet down onto the mat. Okay. Really press into those heels. Again, low back is flat on the mat. Core is engaged. We're just gonna lift the hips up off of the mat. Just your tailbone and your glutes lift. Now from there, continue to press into those feet. Grip with those toes, rolling up one vertebrae at a time, extending up through those hips. And exhale, lower it back down again. One vertebrae at a time. Move nice and slow. We've got 2 more times. Pressing into those feet, lifting those hips up. And rolling it back down. Again, pressing, lifting those hips up. And roll it back down. And we just gently windshield wiper those knees from side to side. So keep those feet down, just rolling onto the sides of the feet as we twist. Keeping that core engaged. And so if the back is a little bit sensitive this morning or a little bit tight, keeping that core engaged is going to help with any maybe discomfort that you might be having in that low back. Good, then bring it back to center. And go ahead and stack those knees right over those hips, thighs, shins are parallel to the ground. We're going to interlace those fingers behind our head. Okay, now again, we're going to extend. We'll start with the left leg first. Extend that leg out. Keep that low back flat. Hover that heel right above the back. Now we're going to lift the head, lift the shoulders up. Now don't crank your chin to your chest. Think about looking up, nice and long through that neck. Then we're going to twist, bringing that left elbow across to that right knee. Okay, bring everything back to that starting position, and then we'll switch. So start by extending that right leg down, so heel is hovering, low back is glued down towards the ground, and then we'll twist. Right elbow comes across that left knee. Bring it, everything back to center, and switch, twisting over to that right side. Bring it back to center. Again, twisting over to that left side. Back to center. Again, here we go, to the right. We'll go for 10, center, 9, center, 8, 7, center, 7, center, 6, back to center, 5, center, 4, center, 3, center, 2, center, and 1. Bring it back to center. Hug those knees in, gentle rock from side to side. And now we'll rock forward and back. Go ahead and roll over onto those knees, stepping it right back into our plank. Okay, now we're going to hold this plank for 5. Squeezing those glutes, core is tight. 4, chest is pulling forward slightly, but we really want to press into those shoulder blades. They're laying nice and flat. Let's go 2 and 1. Sending those hips to the sky. Downward facing dog. Take a moment, pedal those feet out, swaying those hips. Getting a nice stretch through this power yoga class. Good, now bring it back to our plank. Feet are gonna be about hip distance apart. Okay, again, core is nice and tight. And we're just gonna drop those heels over to the right side. Hands are gonna stay still. Inhale to center, exhale to the left, and center, to the right, center, to the left, center, to the right, center, to the left, center. Here we go for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it back to center. Go ahead and shift the weight forward. Lower it down, pointing those toes. Roll the shoulders down and back, lifting into just that baby cobra. Good, soften it down. Good, press up a little bit higher. And soften it down. Then go ahead and press up even higher. Maybe coming up into that up dog. You can lift those hips and thighs up off of the mat if that's accessible this morning. And then we'll exhale. Those hips up and back, downward facing dog. One more breath. Inhale on the toes. Bend into those knees. We're going to step those feet wide, okay, as we come into that squat position. So turning those toes out just slightly, pressing those knees out, sinking down into that squat. Okay, now feel a little bit tight this morning. Those hips might be a little bit higher, so you might have to come all the way, up to a really high seat. Keep that back nice and flat. Okay, maybe you can sink those hips down a little bit lower. If you did class yesterday evening, you might notice that in the afternoon you're a little bit more stretched out than you are right now. Maybe you can't quite get as low as you did yesterday. Maybe it'll take a minute. Okay, holding, pressing those knees out. Good, now we're gonna press those knees out. Grip with those toes. We're gonna come all the way up to standing and sink it right back down into that squat. You can do that 2 more times. Press, lift up, and bring it back down. Last one, press it up and send it back down. Holding for 3, 2, and 1. Straighten those legs as we fold. Just let it hang heavy for a couple of breaths. Maybe sway it from side to side. We're gonna go and plant those hands, stepping or hopping those feet back to our plank. Lower down. Inhale, lift. And exhale those hips to the sky, downward facing dog. So now we're gonna inhale that right leg up. Curl that knee to the nose. And so hug that thigh towards the belly. Inhale, send it back up. Exhale that leg or that knee towards that right elbow. Try and pull it up high towards that right tricep. Inhale, send it back up. Exhale that knee across to that left tricep. Inhale it back up. And exhale, curl that knee to the nose, stepping that foot through. That knee lowers down. Inhale, reach those arms up. A lot of times we do these crunches. It's a lot of flexion through those hip flexors. Let's stretch those out a little bit. Reaching those arms up, pulling that rib cage down. Core is nice and tight. Pressing those hips forward a little bit more. And breathe in here. Hold as I adjust. And now we're going to twist. Left arm's going to reach forward. Right arm reaches back. Flipping that left palm. And that right hand reaches for that hamstring. Just gazing over that shoulder. Good now. Straighten that front leg. Folding over into that half split. Good. Now we bend into that knee. We're going to send that leg up and back. Now if this is a little bit too much, you can always lower that foot down, but we're going to come forward into a three-legged plank. Lower. Then you can lower the feet as we lift up into that up dog. Then exhaling those hips up and back, downward facing dog. Into the other side, bring those feet a little closer together. We're going to inhale that left leg up. Exhale, curl that knee to the nose. Inhale it back up. Exhale, bring that knee out towards that left elbow. Squeeze that thigh up high, close to the body. Inhale, reach it back up. Exhale, bring it across. Inhale that leg back up. And exhale, curl that knee to the nose. Stepping that foot through, back knee lowers down. Inhale, reach those arms up. Rib cage pulls down. Nice big stretch through the quad, through the hip flexor. Now we'll put right arm's going to reach forward, left arm reaches back. We'll flip that front palm, reaching that arm up as that left hand slides down that right leg. One more breath. And we'll circle those hands down, straighten that front leg, folding over that leg into that half split. Bend into that knee, sending that left leg up and back into that three-legged dog. Shift that weight forward to plank. Keep that leg lifted. Lower down. Now lower the feet down as we lift up into our up dog. Then exhaling the hips up. Downward facing dog. And now inhale on the toes. Bend into those knees. Step or hop those feet outside the hands. Sinking those hips down into that squat. Hold it here. Press those knees out. And we'll breathe. 3, 2, 1. Now into the squats. Press. Lift up tall. You can, even if you can't see me, but reach your arms up overhead. Sink it back down. Good. Press. Lift it up. And back down. Now on the last one. I realize you can't see my feet, but we're going to press. Lift. Maybe you can see onto those toes. Okay, so we don't want the ankles to bow out. We want to keep them pulling in that nice straight line. So core's tight, glutes are tight, legs are nice and strong. Reach, 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 reach through those fingertips. One more breath. Then heels down. Sink it back down into that squat breathing here. 3, 2, and 1. Straighten those legs as we pull. Half lift on the inhale. And exhale, plant the hands, separate out the feet back, moving through that vinyasa. And exhaling those hips up, down dog. Feet together, inhaling that right leg lift. curl that knee to the nose. Inhale it back up. Exhale that knee towards the right elbow. Inhale it back up. Exhale that knee across. Inhale it back up. And exhale that knee to the nose, stepping the foot through. That knee always down. Inhaling those arms up. And twist. Left arm reaches forward. Right arm reaches back. Flipping that palm. As you reach that left hand up, right hand reaches for that back hamstring. And we'll circle those hands all the way down. Straighten that front leg. Pull the toes back. Hold. Rebend into that knee. Plant those hands. Send that leg back to our three-legged plank. Lower. Inhale, lift. And exhale the hips up. Down dog. The other side. Inhaling that left leg lifts. Curl that knee to the nose. Inhale it back up. Exhale that knee towards that left elbow. Inhale it back up. Exhale that knee to the right elbow. Twist. Inhale it back up. And exhale that knee to the nose. Stepping that foot through. That knee lowers down. Inhaling those arms up. And we'll twist. Right hand reaches forward. The left arm reaches back. We'll flip that right palm. Reach it up and back. This left hand grabs onto that hamstring. We'll circle those hands down. Straighten that front leg. Folding over that left leg. And we bend into that knee. Plant those hands. Sending that leg back. Lower down. Inhale. Lift. And exhale. Those hips up. Downward facing dog. Big breath and down dog. Stay with me. We're going to go right into another plank. So coming high onto the toes, rounding that spine. We're going to roll it forward into a high plank. Okay? We're going to drop those heels over to that left side. Right arm is going to reach up, side plank. If you need to modify lowering that left shin onto the mat, you can. Okay, so for what we're doing, I like to have, instead of having my feet stacked, I like having my right foot in front a little bit. Just we're gonna do some twisting so it stabilizes me a little bit more. But it's up to you. If you really want to make it challenging, you can even keep that leg lifted while we do this. So just depending on what you want. Now reach that right arm up. We're gonna thread that arm under. Reach back. A little bit of a twist, like you're giving yourself a hug. Inhale that arm back up. Exhale, thread it under. Inhale it back up. Good. Exhale, thread. Inhale, reach it up. 2 more times. Thread it under. Inhale, reach it up. And thread. And reach it up. Good. Lower down to a front plank. Over to the other side, dropping the heels to that right side. Left arm reaches up. And hold it here. Your choice what you do with that left leg. Again, maybe you keep it lifted. Good. Now, threading that left arm under, twist. Inhale it back up. Exhale, twist. Inhale it up. Good. Exhale, twist. Inhale, reach back up. You got 2 more. Reach it under, twist. Big reach. Inhale it up and twist. Good. Inhale, reach it back up. Good. Now lower that hand down. We're going to come back to that front plank. Good. Last thing here. Take a big breath in. Exhale. We're going to drive right knee to the nose. Stay in that plank position. Send it back. Full mountain climbers here. Exhaling, left knee to the nose. Inhale it back. Here we go. So right, back, left, right, left, right, left, right, left. Remember to breathe. Right, left, left. Here we go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hips up to the sky. Down dog. Go ahead and step or hop those feet to that seat. Go ahead and roll it back down. Good, hugging those knees in. Taking a big breath in. You can sigh it out. Now again, lower those feet down. Feet are hip distance apart. Toes are pointing straight forward and those legs are nice and parallel. Press into those feet, lifting those hips up. Those arms can be found by the sides. Just try not to press into those hands at all. So if you feel like yourself cheating or if you want to make it more challenging, you can cross those hands at your Press your hands to your chest. And now, core is tight. Squeezing those glutes. We're going to press into that right foot, just extending that left leg out. So again, my thighs are staying right next to each other. I'm not lifting up. Just keep it right there. Keep lifting through that right hip. Now notice if this left hip, it's hard to tell from the video, is sagging. You want to try and lift that hip. You want those hips nice and level. Then now just re-bend into that left leg. We'll go to the other side, straightening that right leg out. Good, and lower down. Again, extending that left leg out. And lower. Right leg reaches out. And lower. One more time each way. We're going to hold it here. Extend that left leg. Let's go 5. Core tight. 4. Lift those hips. 3, 2, 1. Lower down. Other side. Right leg extends out. Again. So here you can kind of see. You don't want this hip sagging down. We want the hips staying nice and level. Let's go 3, 2, and 1. Lower that foot down. Keep those hips up. 3. Press those hips a little bit higher. Squeezing those glutes. We're going to try and open up from those hip flexors. Not arching through that low back. And slowly roll it back down. Tailbone is going to be the last thing that lowers. So we'll cross that right ankle over. Hugging that knee in. So stretching out through those outer hips. Keeping that tailbone grounded down as we hug that knee in a little bit closer. Keep flexing those feet. And then we'll go ahead and switch sides, cross that left ankle over and hug that knee in. So grabbing onto that hamstring, or if you can keep the tailbone down, keep that back flat. And you want a little more stretch, you can grab onto that shin. Slowly release it. Hug that right knee in. The left leg extends out. Let's go into a spinal twist. So left hand's going to guide that knee across. As we reach that right arm out, big breath in. And exhale, twist. Back to center. Let's switch sides. Hug the left knee in, right leg reaches out. And twist it across. Reaching that left arm up, keeping both shoulder blades grounded down. And bring it back to center. Hug those knees in. Let's rock forward and back. We'll come up to that seat. Legs are crossed. Just sitting nice and tall. Closing down those eyes. Let's just pause for a few breaths here. Take a big breath in through the nose and exhaling it out through the nose. Blink those eyes open. Thank you guys so much for joining me. Again, if you have anything for me, questions, comments, concerns, go ahead and type that in super quick. But anyway, have a great weekend. It's Thursday, almost the weekend. Have a great day. I'll be back Sunday morning, 9:30, or Saturday morning. Oh my gosh, it's early. Saturday morning, 9:30. Hope to see you guys there.